Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Razel Dazel. Lots to talk about today. I've been sick with a head cold, chest cold, and been working while being sick, and it's pretty difficult. I mean, I've made some mistakes, but I try to do my best. But yeah, it's a nasty cold that's going around and it's just not wanting to go away. So I'm trying to redo my craft room. I got some of my shelves that I had from the craft booth because I had to close that down. I finally opened some boxes from the auction and I got some really neat stuff. So this is like a little, oh my gosh, it's a cute little goose outfit that Carolyn made. Oh, it's so cute. Hopefully my best friend isn't watching this because she's got a goose out on her porch, and I thought, well, that would be a really cute Christmas present for her. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Look at that cute little coffee cup. That is adorable. So this would be the robe that goes on the goose. And then here's the little curlers. Isn't that cute? I'm kind of jealous. Maybe I need to get a goose for my porch, but I know my best friend Ashley, she has a goose, and I thought, well, this would be so cute for Christmas. For a Christmas present. That is adorable. That is so cute. The little curlers. Oh, she's gonna love that. Ooh, and it's sparkly yarn. It's got sparklies in it. I don't know if I can pick it up with my light, but it's sparkly. That is adorable. Yeah, I feel like I need a goose now. That is so cute. Aww. So hopefully Ashley's not watching because that's her Christmas present. Such a good job. Oh, and she gave me her card. So I'm definitely going to have to check her out. So cute. And she gave me these cute little stickers with the geese. Aren't those cute? That's adorable. Yeah, I'm still like trying to reorganize my craft room up. And then, oh, Billy didn't have to do that. Look what Billy got me. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's adorable. Ugh. That would be so cute. See, it opens up. She even gave me the leftover yarn. The hometown. Oh, guy's gonna make me cry. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. I can see myself going to Starbucks and having my project in here and just carrying it with me when I go to the coffee shop. That is adorable. Oh, I love it. Yes. Thank you, Billy. That is so cute. Yeah, I can definitely see myself putting my project in here, and I can just take it wherever I go so I can work on my projects. So cute. Aww. I treasure this stuff because I know it takes so much time to, crochet this stuff. You're taking string and making an actual item with it. It takes a long time. Aww. And then here was a blanket. And this is one that came from, I'm pretty sure her name's Goldie, is what you guys said, because I want to make sure I have everybody's name. Look at that. It is huge. Look, I didn't realize that is huge. Look how big this is, you guys. And it's so soft. Look at that. Here I am trying to get it all in the... It is beautiful. That is gorgeous. And this is Goldie's blanket that she made for the auction. It is beautiful. It looks like it's got fans. It's got these beautiful fan patterns on it. Oh, that's gorgeous. So pretty. Oh, my family members would go nuts over this, you guys. It's beautiful. That's a very pretty pattern. Yeah. That would look really pretty on my couch. I have a navy blue velvet couch. Oh yeah. My family members are going to be jealous. That is gorgeous. Because I have like a Victorian theme, but wouldn't that be so pretty on the couch? My navy blue couch. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I'm a blue person. But that's just gorgeous. It's huge. Yeah, that's a big blanket. It probably took Goldie a long time to make that, but it is gorgeous. Very pretty. And it's a very soft yarn too. Is it it's the non-peeling or pilling? Yeah, this is non-pilling. It feels like it. Wow. The non-pilling. That's what it feels like. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That would be so pretty for winter time. See, I'm kind of like, I want to keep my items now. I don't want to give them away as Christmas presents because I'm kind of being greedy. But that would be so pretty on my couch for the Christmas time because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I was trying to find some finishing nails that I could put up there so I can hang up Brian's blanket. I'm trying to reorganize things. I got all of my yarn hiding over there where you guys can't see it. But I was like, well, I guess we could focus on some of the finished items that I was working on. I was messing around and just making some cute little pumpkins, different colored pumpkins for fall. And I thought, well, I'm just going to use some of the scrap yarn I had and do some different colored pumpkins. So I was kind of working on that for the fall time. You can make any colored pumpkin you want. They don't have to be orange, now do they? I've seen all different types of colors. But yeah, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. See, I have a lot of WIPs. Lots of works in progress, but that is so cute. I need to go through too and get more of my purse stands so I can stand up my purses, because I did go on Amazon a long time ago and I got a bunch of purse stands. Yeah, that is so cute. I try to hang up all my stuff. There's my poncho. Really pretty for Halloween. And here's a little, I call this my rainbow scarf apron deal. It's kind of just like I don't know what you want to call it. I wore this to Stone's Trace last year. I'm excited. I can't wait to go back to Stone's Trace because that'd be a lot of fun. There's a lady that hand dyes yarn there, and she wasn't selling it last year, but I'm hoping this year she does because it was very pretty. She was using all natural dyes from flowers and things. But yeah, this is just something that I wore to Stone's Trace. It's really pretty. I hand dyed these. It was with the Happy Place yarn, but I dyed it on top of her colors just for fun as an experiment because I couldn't get some of her colors. They were going so fast on the Happy Place. I was like, I'm going to have to dye them because her colors sold out. But yeah. Kitty. Mr. Kitty's acting up. So, yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. But I definitely want to hang up Brian's blanket up here because that is gorgeous. He does such amazing work. I just have to show it again. It's insane. Like that really is an art form right there. It's perfect. I mean, that took a lot of time to do. So I definitely want to hang that up there. and show it off. I just have to find some finishing nails or something. I was even looking for little hooks or the 3M command hooks that I could put up there. I need to figure something out. Yesterday I was running around trying to find something. I might have to look in the garage. Let's see if I can find some finishing nails. I gotta figure out a way to hang it. And then Colette, she made this beautiful shawl with the Tunisian crochet. It's so pretty. I actually did wear this the one day when I was out and about in the morning. But isn't that adorable? Wouldn't that be cute to go to the farmer's market? So cute. Okay, some of the projects I'm working on. So I've been working on this cardigan. This is the back. I just have to finish my pocket right here. But I like my cardigans big in the winter time. It's a winter cardigan, but it's really big. It's really hot in here too, but I'm like, but yeah, it's a really big cardigan. So this could be for a guy or a girl, really. But I just have to finish up my pockets on it. I just have to sew that one in. I'll step back a little bit. But yeah, this is a cardigan I'm working on. It's got a little poofy in the sleeves, so it's nice, and because I like to be comfy. I like them big in the winter time. Just very comfy. Been working on that for a long time. It seems like the sleeves take forever. It takes a long time to make a cardigan, especially them sleeves. Kitty, kitty. So I've been working on that. I still have to put the Velcro on my little baby star outfits. I mean, this one's finished, but I still have to put the Velcro in on this one. But those are my little baby star outfits. These are already spoken for. I don't know if I'm going to make any more of these. I mean, it took me a long time to put those together. Let's see here. I finished this blanket here. And this is gonna be a buggy blanket. And it was just really easy. You know, my first one. But it's 40 by 50 exact. And it's just like a window frame. Now I did a rice stitch in the center. And then did double crochet. And then the granny stitch. But I was thinking, you know, this would be really nice for a guy. Very neutral colors. It just kind of reminds me of like if you had a cabin or you were out in the woods. Very country. But this is a 40 by 50. Fairly easy. Nothing too crazies. I got this one done. Oh, I've been working on stuff. I got a lot of WIPs. So I'm trying to use up all of my big chunky Bernat yarn. It's the really big chunky stuff, because I had a lot of that. And I was like, I'm just gonna take it and make a really big winter blanket for the bed. It's huge. It's probably gonna be a queen size by the time I'm done. But yeah, I just took the random colors and it's all double crochet. But yeah, you gotta take breaks because it is super heavy, hard to work with. It's very rough on your hands. So I take a lot of breaks, but it is huge and it's very, very warm, very heavy. It's like a very weighted blanket for winter time, because it does get super cold in the winter. Kiki! He's all wrapped up. Come on! You got all wrapped up. You're gonna hang yourself. Come here. Ooh, he's a big boy. Say hi. You only come in here to irritate me. And here's my Kiki, Apollo. Very spoiled. He's a big boy. Put that down there. Yeah. I have a really big craft room. It's huge. It's like two rooms. I think at one time this house did have 8 bedrooms and they had divided it, but they took the divider out to make it bigger. I don't know, but these rooms are huge. I'm very lucky. Very lucky when this house went up for sale, because we jumped on it, and it's older house, but it's great. It's perfect. Ooh, I should get the yarn to show you the yarn for this. Because I started working on this, and it's just the V-stitch. And this is big twist. And I just happened, this was a while ago, but went to Joann Fabrics and saw it was on clearance. And I thought, well, that's really pretty colors. It's got like the country vibes to it. Kind of the rustic. But I thought that was really pretty. So I'm going to try and make a blanket out of it. And I've been working on that. Big Twist Reverb. And this is from 2022. So it was a while ago when it was made. It was $4.97 on clearance. And I thought, well, that was really a really pretty yarn, and I got 4 of them. So now I'm finally starting to break it out, and thought I'd do a really nice blanket with it because I really like the colors. It's got like a little bit of the shadow effect. Really pretty. I was working on some other pumpkins with the velvet yarn, which I think I have to put a leaf and some little curlies on it to make it more pumpkin-y. But I did a really big one too. I'm working on a big one to go with it. I thought that would be cute for fall. And then I'm working on my cashmere. So I actually hand dyed this yarn. And I thought, well, I'm going to do granny squares. And I'm using a super tiny hook on this. Let me see what's attached here. So I'm using a really tiny hook. It's like thread, working with thread. And I thought, well, this would be really cute to do a child-size poncho for a child. But it is cashmere, so. Because last year I dyed cashmere yarn. So I'm working on the panels for that, and it's taking forever because it's super tiny. Using a 1.65 millimeter hook. I like the boy hooks. Here's my favorite hook. This is what I do. I wrapped tape around it. So this is my favorite hook. I've been using this one a lot, the 3.5. I'm a 3.5 millimeter person. Everybody has their favorite hook, you know. Let me roll. I'm rolling back. I'm gonna bring this over here. Yeah, so this is the cashmere yarn that I dyed last year, and I'm trying to go through it. So I was like, well, I'll make some ponchos. But I think I'm just going to do child size. I don't know. I could do a lot with this. I think I could double it up too, since it's so tiny. I could double up the yarn. I might be able to make a blanket. I might be able to make a little throw blanket. I'm going through all of my variegated, but I did do some solids. But yeah, these are the ones that I hand dyed that's 100% cashmere. And I'm excited about dyeing yarn. I told Manuela that. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try and dye acrylic yarn. I've tried to dye acrylic in the past, and it didn't work out too well because I wasn't using the right method. I was just experimenting at the time. But now I even have a book on dyeing yarn too. So we're going to experiment with dyeing yarn. But this is the book I had gotten. And I bought this at Ollie's. But it'll teach you how to spin and all the different methods. I'm not very good at spinning. My first time was rough, trying to spin yarn. I was looking for the dyeing part. But they show, like, you know, how to do the drop spindles. Here's how you do the tie-dye method. So it gives you different types of techniques and different ways that you can dye the yarn. And this is with animal fibers, but there was another one where they use acrylic because some people are allergic to different animal fibers. So I thought, well, I'm going to try and dye acrylic. We're going to figure it out. I've tried to do it in the past with tie-dye, but I don't think I used anything to help to absorb into the yarn. And they're saying, like, use alcohol or fabric softener or citric acid, or you use the, what do they call it, soda ash. But yeah, here it goes into, see here, it'll show the synthetic. The different types of fibers. So yeah, this is kind of a neat book. It gives you all kinds of ideas, like it does the dyeing and spinning. The pictures are so pretty. Very pretty. So yeah, I'm studying this book. I went to Walmart and picked up the RIT dies because you have to have these types of dies when you're working with acrylic. You got to have the different types of dies. Yeah, it's synthetic. So I went and I picked all the colors that they had in the RIT at Walmart. Super pink, daffodil yellow, peacock green, chocolate brown, graphite, royal purple, and racing red. Those are the ones that I have that I can experiment with. But I think too, if I wanted to, you know, I could mix the colors too. They said you can use acrylic paint and dilute the acrylic paint. So I don't know. We're gonna mess around with that when I get vacation time. But I thought I'm gonna do the big twist. I'm gonna dye the big twist. Because I have a lot of big twist. And I don't know if you guys realized the big twist value is softer than the really big balls. But I'm going to use the big balls. Let me get this one out. So the value pound, these aren't as soft. The value pound, it's a little bit rougher. It's not as soft as the value. The value are softer. These ones are a lot softer. So maybe they use some type of a fabric softener to really soften it. And these are a little bit more rougher. It's a little rough. But I want to experiment with dyeing. And I think I'm going to use this here. So I'm trying to use up my cashmere. I don't know. If I don't use up all my cashmere, I'm just going to have to stick it somewhere for a while. So I do love dyeing yarns. It's a fun experiment. I have a video on here where I was dyeing yarn and baking it in my oven. I like doing that method when I'm doing the variegated. I'll just use one of those paint brushes, the foam paintbrush, and I just dip it in the dye and dab it wherever I want to make the different colors. It's fun, and you know, you just do small batches, and that kind of makes it special because it's really hard to recreate all your different colors when you're doing small batches. I think I can only do like maybe four at a time. And these are 50 grams. 50 grams. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. Let's see. I've been stocking up on these. This is like thread, but it's 50% silk and 50% merino. Merino wool. So I've been stocking up on those. We'll save those for next time. I have a lot of fun dyeing yarn. And what I do is I take my chair like this. And then I just take my yarn and I wrap it around my chair. I'll just wrap it around my chair like this. And I even measured my chair, so it's like 33 inches. So I'm going to try and keep track of the yardage so I know how many yards I have. But this is my method of how I wrap my yarn to get it ready to be dyed. That's how I did these here. I had these on my chair and then I tied them to get them ready so I could dye them. I know, I'm jumping all over the place. I'll show you. I was making a scarf with the acrylic. Let me see. So here's one that I did a long time ago that I dyed, and that's acrylic. So this is my first time trying to dye acrylic yarn. And it's just a cute little scarf. And it's just double crochet. But yeah, it's super fun to play with the colors and do some dyeing. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. Try to do some dyeing. And I'm gonna use the big twist. I'm gonna use the big twist value pound. And you can dye using different colors too. It doesn't have to be white. Like you could use the mustard or the blue and dye color on top of it. Like maybe you wanted to add maybe a darker color and add some black to it and get like a little dropper and drop some black on it. And then it says, well, what you have to do is once you have your yarn wrapped like this, you have to let it soak in some warm water to let it absorb the warm water. And then it says to use like alcohol. So I might try that, or fabric softener, or citric acid, something that helps for the dye to absorb into the yarn. And then you put it in your oven and bake it at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. We're going to try that when I get my week off. I'm supposed to get a week off in the end of September. The last week of September, I'm supposed to get a week off. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to play with some yarn dyes. Like usually I do the animal fibers. So I'm like, this time we're gonna try some acrylic yarn. And we're gonna do that. Because sometimes people are allergic to wool. Manuela, she's allergic to wool, so we gotta make some pretty acrylic yarns like that are the different colors. That'll be fun. And they're closing a lot of the yarn stores, and it's really sad. So a lot of us crocheters just have to open up our own store. We gotta figure something out and help each other out, because it's really hard to get a hold of the yarn, especially if shipping is very pricey and expensive. So, yeah, we gotta figure something out. But that's what I got going on. I've got a lot of projects I'm working on, but it keeps me interested because I have like ADHD. I can't sit still. I have trouble sitting still. But it's so cool when you can use your own colors that you dyed. You get cool little patterns. It just makes it that much more special when you have hand-dyed yarn. And it is a long process, and it takes forever. And, you know, I don't know, I might have to get another drying rack. But I just bought this drying rack at Walmart. You got to have a lot of space, too, depending on how much yarn you're dyeing. So I don't know. I might have to get another rack. There's a pair of socks that I made. Because I was making socks for a while out of the cashmere. I got really big feet. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a blanket and double it or triple it. I mean, I could always store them somewhere else. But I'm like, I gotta have room for when I do my acrylic yarn. I'm super excited about it. I'm even thinking about experimenting with it today because I'm so excited. You know, maybe just try one out and see how it works. Do some more research and reading and check out some YouTube videos where they're dyeing the yarn. But yeah, it's going to be super cool. The crochet items go fast. Like I can't make enough things. I'm not fast enough. Like I can't keep up. People love it here. You know, they're starting to understand it's an art form and it's one of a kind pieces that nobody else has. Like you're not going to get the same thing a lot of the time, and that's what makes it special. It's handmade, and a lot of people are starting to realize that, especially when they're going to the craft shows and stuff like this. You know, it's harder to get a really well made crochet item at a craft booth or a craft show. So I think something's going to happen from here on out, especially when it's getting a lot harder to get different types of yarns and stuff. We're going to have to go to, you know, small businesses, local people that actually, you know, dye different types of yarns. So, I mean, that's a positive thing. That's one outlook on how things are going to go. But yeah, people are starting to realize. I think, too, those people that are like, I can make that. Oh, I can make that. You know, are you really going to sit there and make something like this? Because it takes forever. You know, you're using a really small hook and stuff. It's going to take you forever. And a lot of those people are gonna realize, that takes a lot of time. And of course, if you want to make it, you can. It's just gonna take you a super duper long time to actually finish something like that. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to put this together in a couple of days. No. No, it's going to be more like a month. Yeah. Probably going to take you about a month. So I think like people just get really impatient and don't realize this stuff takes a lot of time to make. Like that. This blanket that I made, it took me a couple of weeks. Of course it wasn't straight through, but I've spent a lot of time. It takes me a couple of weeks to make a blanket. Even though I'm not doing it, straight through, still takes a lot of time. People are starting to realize that. And I think too, like with me, I like to do what I want to do. I'm gonna cough. Like, I want to do what I want to do. So, when I'm in my creative process, I want to be able to make what I want to make. I don't want somebody to... I mean, it's okay if people give me ideas and I'm like, oh yeah, that's super cool and maybe I'll make it. But I want to have my own creativity and use my own colors and think about, as a designer, what I want to do, what I want to make, what colors, because that's part of the creativity sometimes. And it's okay to look on Pinterest and get ideas from other people, because I like doing that too. But you can make it your own as well. So just think about that as a crochet designer, because we are all different. All of us have our own method of crochet, and there is nothing wrong with that. That's what makes you unique in what you do in your craft and in your hobby, or even in your small business. That's what makes you stand out. The way you crochet, your method, the way you design your unique and your unique items. And I love it because it shows how all of us are different, and it's okay to be different. It's okay. We all have our own creativity and artistic views on things. And I love it, and it's amazing. And when you make an item and you're finished with it, definitely keep it and store it somewhere, because that'll make a beautiful gift. And if you do a craft show, you can sell it, Just think about how much you want to put on your item, and somebody might like it and decide that they really love it and want to buy it. I've had blankets go for $100, $200. Yeah, I've sold some stuff, lots of things. It just depends on if people like it or not. So definitely don't be discouraged, and I think a lot of it is location, finding the right location, talking to people, getting your stuff out there. And sometimes it's difficult, especially if you're working full time like I am. It's super hard and it's a slow process to build yourself up, and that's okay. Sometimes you're just slow and you just baby step your way to the top. Other times people just whoop, they're already up there. It depends. That's how life is. It's unexpected. You don't know what's going to happen. So we just have to enjoy it because we love it. It's our hobby and it's part of our life. You know, super hardcore crocheters. But I love you, Manuela. You've been a real inspiration to me, and I really love seeing the things that you make. That blanket was gorgeous. All of the things you make are very pretty. I love it. I know a lot of other people would love it too. So I'm going to get off of here and do some research on dyeing acrylic. All right. Bye. I love you. See you later.